4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific.
This is The Buzzard.
From the Barrio Tacos Tequila and Whiskey Studios.
The Buzzard.
The home of the Buzzard.
Buzzard. This is 100.7 WMMS.
Cleveland.
Call the Alan Cox Show.
Where's the best place in America to meet single girls and guys?
216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
Got the Bill Squire Friday Get Down straight ahead of you. That's how we officially begin the weekend around these parts. And then we'll roll out around 6:30, and Guardians pregame will begin. And then 7:10 is going to be your first pitch right around the corner of Progressive Field. It is one of the last, it's the penultimate homestand for the Guardians, but they will finish the regular season in Detroit at Comerica against the Tigers next weekend. Speaking of Detroit, Ford Field, which is the home of the Detroit Lions, of course, is number one for stadiums with the most local violent crime.
Yep.
I assume that starts with the price of beer there.
Detroit, violent crime.
Mile High Stadium in Denver, FedEx Field in D.C. These are the most crime-ridden stadiums in and around the stadium where people say that they've witnessed a crime.
Didn't that lady just get shot in Chicago?
Yeah, but that was her own gun.
Baseball.
That was baseball. It was a White Sox game.
Okay,
and she had smuggled a firearm in her fat folds, and it fell out.
Just packing.
Yep, that's right. You mess with a bull, you get the horns, lady. But, I mean, FedEx Field, you go to a Commanders game, like the fans are fighting each other. That's what I love. When I was a kid and we would go to Chicago Blackhawk games, at the old, way before the United Center, the old Chicago Stadium, just run down, when I was a kid. And like the fans, that was my first exposure to fans fighting each other in the stands. Because my young brain, I thought, you talk trash to the fans of the opposing team. The Red Wings are in town, right? And we're all Blackhawks fans and we're screaming at them. Or the Blues are in town. Like a Midwest rivalry. You scream at those. First time I saw Blackhawks fans fighting each other, I was transfixed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't get enough. You saw the other day that dude gets punched at a Patriots game and dies. They're like charging the other guy with manslaughter or something. There was a 53-year-old guy. Patriots were playing the Dolphins at Gillette Stadium. I think that's where the Patriots play.
Yes.
And these two dudes, he gets punched in the face by this other guy. And I don't know if it was the blunt force trauma. I don't think the guy fell, but maybe he did. It was like the punch. And the guy passed out, and they took him to the hospital, and he died.
That's wild.
Guy's like a year older than me. So it's getting
in fistfights in their 50s.
I was going to say, I think you should go to more Patriots games.
It's wild out there. It's wild. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, you're always welcome to leave us messages there. A little quick talkback button there for you.
Hey, I have a question for Mary. With her going to different states for comedy, does she ever get red light cameras or speeding cameras in the mail sent to her? I have to travel for work. I've gotten 2 now, and they're a little ridiculous. What does Mary do about them if she does get them? Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
That's the sound of the police.
Yeah, that lady wants to know where her cruise control is, Mary.
Well, I do get them. I have gotten them. The one I got from the New Jersey Turnpike, and I didn't pay it. I probably should. I don't know if they can put a warrant out for your arrest or something.
But also on the New Jersey Turnpike, there's a toll booth every 10 feet. How do you even get any speed up to speed?
Well, I also have an Easy Pass.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in the lane where you can just keep going.
Just take it out of the Easy Pass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, yeah. But
right.
I will say, I think, I could be wrong. I think that traffic violations can go into collections. Or like parking violations if it's not from like a city municipal type thing if it's like a private company, because I got a parking ticket in the city of Fort Wayne, and I was like, screw you, Fort Wayne, you're not going to suspend my license. I'm not paying this. I'm not coming back. And it went into collections, which does affect your credit score. So you should probably just pay it.
Right.
Fort Wayne.
I love Fort Wayne. Have I ever told you about the Fox Island Nature Preserve, Bill? Oh, my God. They had a problem there with the groundhogs eating the toilet seats. Oh, because for some reason, they were still making the toilet seats out of wood. And then people would come in to use the public toilets, and they're all hot and
They get splinters.
hot and sweaty, and the sweat would put salt into the wood. And then
I feel like this might not be a true story.
them groundhogs, it's true, and I was a kid. The Fox Island Nature Preserve. The groundhogs would eat them up. As soon as they replaced them, groundhogs eat them up. And they had to switch to plastic toilet seats. You
Well,
sure
it sounds like an easy
Fox
fix.
Island Nature Preserve? Never told you about that? All right, well, there it is.
Somehow forgot.
Okay. Well, Indiana is it is a state full of wonders. I know that the license plate used to say wander, but it should have been wonder, because what a wonder the Hoosier state is there.
Were they
Fox
from
Island
Indiana in that thing you do?
The Oneaters?
The Oneaters?
I don't remember
Wonders?
that. I thought that they were a California band.
Were they California? I don't remember.
I don't know. Pennsylvania. They're from outside Philly, I guess, you know.
So neither.
Alan, Bill from South Jersey.
Ooh, speaking of Philly.
I know about that recent conversation with Mary there. She's talking about how she didn't like people lying, but it's right there on her specials tape. She told everybody that she had arrived in Philly on Saturday when in fact she arrived on Thursday. And that wasn't me. That must have been Steve from South Jersey up front who called her out on it. But just saying. Talk to you later.
What? What is he between Thursday and Friday? And what is he talking
Busted.
about?
I know.
Philly and Thursday and Friday?
My special Nothing Matters, which is on YouTube. You can go watch it if you want. 15 seconds into my set. So I'm filming the special on Sunday. I come out. I'm like, hey, thank you guys for being here. I just got in from Cleveland. And this guy in the front row, who is our beer chief, Steve from Jersey, goes, no, you didn't. You were here on Thursday.
Right.
Or you were here on Friday. And I was like, all right, we're going to say that. But my point was, that is a little white lie that doesn't hurt anybody. If hey guys, I just got into town, which technically just got into town. I didn't say I got into town today.
Also, are these people like born yesterday? Like, that's it. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's so innocuous. Like, why yell out at all?
People can't help themselves.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy the way people will act at a comedy show.
Unbelievable.
Like, just last night at High and Dry, someone, we're middle of the show. It is no seats available. It's packed, and everybody's engaged in the show. And this guy walks in and starts talking to, introduces himself to a girl, is loud, he was almost yelling as loud as the comic sounded with a microphone. And I was like, hey, do you guys know each other now? Okay, could you stop doing that? It's just the way people will either disregard that there is a comedy show happening or just talk to the comic like, hey, let's do this. It's insane.
I mean, I guess to some degree I can.
Yeah, Mary's a liar. And
Okay.
I can understand if people are maybe being a little bit loud at the table, but the yelling at the performer,
well, it wasn't even in this case. It was just a guy that just was like, yeah, there's a performance that's going on that everybody in the room is locked into and listening to, but I'm just going to have my own conversation,
right,
and completely disregard the rules of just society.
Well, because you used to be able to chalk it up to booze, but you can't even do that anymore because you're like, no, some people do. They could be stone cold sober.
They just don't
and
care.
Yelling and not care. Alan, tell Mary some states work together with bench warrants. Ohio and New York work together. I had a bench warrant in New York that would have prevented me from renewing my license in Ohio.
Oh, boy. Well,
Oh, boy.
I might be in more trouble than I thought.
Ugh.
Just pay it or go slower.
Alan, the Oneaters are from Erie. I'm in my car yelling Erie at you guys.
That's right.
Erie, PA, the
Erie,
Oneaters.
PA.
Right up 90.
The hell is an oneater? I don't even know what this is.
Wonders.
Have you
The
ever seen that
Wonders.
thing you do?
No.
It's a fun movie. You should watch it.
It's like a band from the 50s, and Tom Hanks. It was his directorial debut, and it's a cute movie. It's called That Thing
Yeah.
You Do, and it's about this band that blows up, and Tom Hanks is their manager. And their band name was a play on words. They wanted to call themselves the Wonders, but they spelled it O-N-E.
Mm-hmm.
So the joke was, what are you guys, the Oneaters? Because that's what it looked like.
Got it.
Rather than Wonders, it was the Oneaters.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. That's a nice
It's early Steve Zahn.
light watch.
It's fun.
Who's the
Liv Tyler's Foxy.
Liv Tyler's-
Charlize Theron. That's her only her second movie.
What's the dude that played the drums in it?
I thought Steve Zahn was the drummer in that.
No.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Thomas Everett Scott
Yes.
or whatever. He was the husband on that
Any weather.
Andrea Savage
Providing
show.
Roofing, siding, HVAC, and restoration
What am I hearing?
services. Any weather.
We lost Mary.
WT Blitz.
Oh,
5.
we okay.
Did you hit any buttons?
I did not.
Lights at
Nope.
11 with Charlie Clifford and Olivia Ray.
Nope. I
Yeah.
think somebody
11, Orange 5,
disconnected
Blitz 5.
Mary.
This is just.
Well, a lot going on from last week.
All right, bye, Mary.
This is a Cincinnati guy in one of their
It
studios.
must be.
Not paying attention.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can reconnect there with her.
All right.
10, 22 to 16.
Nope.
But now
He
they
just
control their
disconnected
own
Mary.
destiny in the race
All
for
right.
the GMC title.
Well,
That means that
We're,
she's not going to hear the Friday Get Down.
don't worry.
Oh my God, this is bogus.
Mary, get on. Can you hear us, Mary?
No, I disconnected. I mean, if it's
Okay.
just that guy, then she can't hear us either.
We'll just put her on. I'll just turn. Come on.
You'll call her?
Yeah, we'll just do it on Zoom.
Oh boy. Well, she can call the hotline if she wants. You just put her on speaker when you're going to do it.
Right.
Alan, is the Fox Island Nature Preserve anywhere near Wakarusa? Well, it's funny that you ask that.
Don't do this to us.
I'm sorry?
We had such a good show.
I'm sorry?
Right,
We did?
right, yeah.
You know what can make it better?
Okay. All the stuff stopped working for her.
Okay.
They're just like, all right, you got to go, lady.
Yeah, right. Get the
All
hell out of here. Around these parts at 6 o'clock. Boy, they're starting the weekend even earlier than we do.
Yeah.
And they don't even have the benefit. No, Wakarusa is a very small town. That's about 90 minutes outside Fort Wayne. But it is closer to, if you're on the turnpike, you'll go through South Bend and Mishawaka, and you'll see those exits. Get off at the Elkhart exit, and then just go straight down 19 into Wakarusa. It's a lovely, lovely little town.
And that's all we have to say about that.
The grandma's pantry is there. And they were once home. I don't know if I ever mentioned this. They were home to a cow.
God damn it.
a prize cow named Contented Linda Grace. So, yeah, about, we learned about this in Chicago.
Oh,
and it was like
I can play with fire, too. How's your mom doing? She got a boyfriend yet?
Shut up, Bill. Ah, boy. Well, anywho, okay. Is it too early for us to start the weekend?
I think it's
I mean,
time.
Cincinnati has already done it, and I'll be good goddamned if they're going to get one over on us. Alan, first, please tell Mary that states that Share the Easy Pass can screw you. If you don't pay the camera tickets, you can't renew your license. All right. Is that you?
I'm FaceTiming Mary.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I don't want her to miss this.
No, of course not. Maybe she spilled her her dinner salad on the board in there.
Don't swear.
Everything shut off.
Okay.
Yeah, some dude I think just connected. It wasn't paying attention and he connected.
Well, we're gonna get
to
the weekend started.
I'm hanging up. Goodbye.
Don't do that. You have to stay. Don't do that. You gotta
is she
stay.
bailing on you?
Everybody.
All right. How dare she?
Everybody have a drink on me. Hey, hey, everybody drink on me.
How dare you?
That's right. Hey, the weekend underway here in Cleveland, Ohio, and everywhere else. The Bill Squire Friday Get Down in honor of the late, great Murray Soul at WMMS. Take it away, Will.
It's Friday! You got to get down on Friday. Get yourself out and about in the town. Live your life. Tell your stories, but do not lie. There's no lying, no lying, no lying. Talk that we're not sponsored anymore.
Oh, boy.
Mary-
Get
Mary-
yourself some.
She's hanging herself.
No lying. Yeah, well, that's why they took all the curtains and belts out of those studios there, so that wouldn't happen.
Go see Mary if you're in